lesson video. This one's for Give Me One Good Reason. This one is a little different than what DeLong usually does. This is the way I play it. I think it's the easiest way to do it. I have a capo on the 2nd fret, but it's not touching this string. All that really does is make it so instead of doing chords that are like flat bar chords, like I can play like a normal power chord, and then instead of just it going all the way across, like I can still hit that open note and it's still a normal power chord. I hope you understand what I'm saying. The intro is pretty easy. You start off with the 5th note on the E, the 5th note on the A, the 4th on the D, and it goes like this. And then you just lift up on the D string. And then you go a 5 on the E, a 7 on the A, and an open note on the D. And you're gonna have an open note on the D that hold for all these little parts I'm gonna be showing you. And then it goes back to that first part. And then it moves up a step, but it's the same structure as the last chord, where it's a 7, a 9, and an open chord, or an open note. And then it goes to a 3, a 5, and an open. And then back to the other one. And then back to the original one. And then you play I think it's a harmonic chord. All you really do for a harmonic is instead of actually pressing down, you hold your finger on the string just above the fret. You want to try and do it like right over the fret, and it'll sound like this. And that's actually when the distorted guitar comes in, so it'll sound like this. So. That's it for the intro. It's not that hard. The verse is pretty much just mimicking those same different chords, but you're actually playing notes, or palm muted, like heavy sounds. So it goes like this. So if you notice, it's just like the intro. It's playing the same progression. It's going from like an open to a 7 to the 9 to the 5, 9 to the 7. You know, kind of hard to explain, but I think it's pretty easy to get. And then this little part before the chorus comes in, it goes like this. And all I'm doing is hitting an open chord, and then a 4 on the D string. And just so you know, it's the 4th fret from what would be the open, or what would be the 2nd fret if the capo wasn't there. So this is the open one, it's the 4th one. So just so I'm not confusing too many people, so it goes like this. Then an open, a 4, and a 5 all on the A string. And then it'll go back to the I don't know, verse or whatever it is. But the chorus is pretty easy. It's just a couple different chords. And since we're doing it without the capo on the full board, and without having to go and drop D, it's actually a little easier to play, in my opinion. It goes like this. It's just 4 different chords. Just the second time around, you're just playing an extra chord than the first time around. The chords are an open, and then a 2 on the E, and a 5 on the D or A. So that's that chord. And then a 7 and a 9, or a 5 and a 7, I mean, and then just back to the 3 and the 5. So it goes like this. And the only other part in the song that is actually they actually have to learn is just a little bridge. It's pretty easy. The only real difficult part is when you either have to play down here, where you have to do an open note, mute another note, and then play a 2. But other than that, it's pretty simple. It goes like this. Oh, how does it go? Play that a little slower now. What you gotta do is you start on this note, and then you just move up a full step, another full step, and then a half a step. So. And then once you get to that, you can either go this chord or this chord. And this is just a 5, a mute, and then a 7. Or just an open, a mute, and a 2, the chord I was telling you before. I personally like doing the open and the 2. I just think it sounds a little brighter. And then the other little part that goes like this. It's not too difficult. It's just using the same chords as before. You're on a 7 and a 9. And it is possible that I'm just mixing up the 2 tabs, or the 2 different frets, like if I was assuming that it was still open. So try and just match the sounds that I'm playing with. So like if I'm saying a 7 and a 9, it's really a 9 and an 11. Just match it up with this. You know, I'm not perfect. I'm definitely not perfect, but you know, I try to do good enough to help everybody. So I'll play the bridge again slow, and hopefully it shouldn't be too hard to figure out. Actually have time to do a cover of this. Let's see, I got 3 minutes on that. Yeah, I'm almost at 9 minutes, so I'm not going to record a cover. I have a cover on my page. If you guys want, I could do a new cover. I'm pretty sure I did like a somewhat new cover of this song anyway. So I hope this was enough to help you learn the song. And you know, I'm not perfect. Just try and match up with the sounds that I'm playing. Not so much the tabs that I'm doing, but thanks for watching.